Alcatraz vs. the Evil Librarians, Chapter 6, page 89. Great, I thought. Now, he said, you might want to take off those oculators lenses. They're the only thing that makes you distinctive right now. I quickly did so. Quentin will stay in the lobby and inner stacks for a good 5 minutes or so, watching for any signs of unusual patterns in librarian movement or security, meaning we have a little bit of time here. Try to wait without looking suspicious. I nodded, and Grandpa Smedley wandered over to peek through another window. I lounged with my back against a lamp pole, trying not to break it. It was hard to remain still, considering my anxiety. As I thought about it, the three things Grandpa said we had going for us didn't seem to provide much of an advantage at all. I tried to calm my nerves. A few moments later, a clink sounded behind me as Singh set down his gym bag of weaponry. I jumped slightly, eyeing the bag. I wasn't really that fond of the idea of having my toes shut off by an ancient weapon. Alcatraz, Singh said. Your grandfather tells me that you grew up raised by Hushlander parents. Yes, I said slowly. Wonderful, Singh said. Tell me, what is the significance of this? He proffered something small and yellow, which he had likely found in the gutter. It's just a bottle cap, I said. Yes, Singh said, peering at it through his sunglasses. I'm aware of your primitive liquid beverage packaging methods. But look, see here? What's this on the underneath? I accepted the bottle cap. On the underside, I could see printed the words, You are not a winner. See what it says, Singh asked, pointing with a chubby finger. Is it common for Russians to print insults on their foodstuffs? What is the purpose of this advertising campaign? Is it to make the consumer feel less secure so they purchase more highly caffeinated drinks? It's just a contest, I said. Some of the bottles are winners, some aren't. Think around. Why would a bottle want to win a prize? In fact, how do bottles even go about claiming prizes? Had they been enlivened? Don't you people understand that enlivening things is dark oculary? I rolled my eyes. It's not oculary, saying if you open the bottle and the cap says you're a winner, then you can claim a prize. Oh, he seemed a bit disappointed. Still, he carefully tucked the cap inside a pouch at his waist. Why do you care about that anyway? I asked. Aren't you an ancient weapons expert? Yes, well, Singh said, an ancient weapons expert, and an ancient clothing expert, and an ancient cultures expert. I frowned. He's an anthropologist, lad, Grandpa Smedley said from beside the library window. One of the most famous ones at the Woking Royal University. That's why he's part of the team. Wait, I said. He's a professor? Of course, Grandpa Smedley said. Who else would be able to work those blasted guns? The civilized world hasn't used such things for centuries. We figured that we should have someone who can use them. Swords might be more effective, but nobody carries them in the Hushlands. It is better to have at least one person on the team who understands and can use local weapons just to be sure. Singh nodded eagerly. But don't worry, he said. I may not be a soldier, but I've practiced with the weapons quite a bit. I've never shot at something moving before, but how difficult can it be? I stood quietly, then turned to Grandpa Smedley. And what about Quentin? Is he a professor too? Singh laughed. No, he's just a graduate student. He's quite capable, though, Grandpa Smedley said. He's a language specialist who focuses on Hushlander dialects. So I said, holding up a finger, let me get this straight. Our strike team consists of a loony old man, an anthropologist, a grad student, and 2 kids? Grandpa Smedley and Singh nodded happily. Basile, leaning against the library wall a short distance away, gave me a flat stare. You see what I have to work with? I nodded, beginning to understand where she might have gotten such a grumpy attitude. Oh, don't be like that, Grandpa Smedley said. He walked over, putting his arm around my shoulders and pulling me aside. Here, lad, I got some things I want to give you. Grandpa Smedley pulled open his tuxedo jacket and removed 2 pairs of spectacles. You'll recognize these, he said, holding up a yellow-tinted pair. I used them back when I first picked you up from the house. They're fairly easy lenses to wield. If you can already do your readings like you did on the library building, you should be able to use these. I accepted the glasses, then covertly tried them on. At first, nothing changed, but then I thought I saw something. Footsteps in various colors fading slowly on the ground around me. Tracks, I said with surprise, watching as Singh wandered over to another gutter, leaving a trail of blue footprints on the concrete behind him. Indeed, lad, Grandpa Smedley said. The better you know a person, the longer the footprints will remain visible. Once we get inside, we'll split up. You and I are the only oculators in the group, and so we're the only ones who will be able to sense where the sands are. But the inside of a library can be deceptively large. Sometimes the stacks form mazes, and it's easy to get lost. If you lose your way, you can use these trackers lenses to retrace your footsteps. Also, you can probably track me down if necessary. I glanced down. Grandpa Smedley's footprints glowed a blazing white, like little bursts of flame on the ground. I could easily see the trail of white back to Grandpa Smedley's black car, still parked across the street. Thanks, I said, still feeling a little apprehensive, as I removed and pocketed the tracker's lenses. "You'll do fine, lad," Grandpa Smedley said, picking up a second pair of glasses. "Remember, this is your inheritance we're searching for. You lost it, and you'll have to get it back. I can't hold your hand forever." I felt like noting that I had seen very little hand-holding in this adventure so far. I didn't really know what was going on, didn't quite trust my sanity anymore, and wasn't even convinced that I wanted my inheritance back. Grandpa Smedley, however, didn't give me an opportunity to complain. He held out the second pair of glasses. They had mostly clear lenses, with a little dot of red at the center of each one. "These," he said, handing the lenses to me, "are one of the most powerful pairs of oculatory lenses I possess. However, they are also one of the easiest to use, which is why I'm loaning them to you." I eyed the glasses. "What do they do?" "You can use them for many purposes," Grandpa Smedley said. "Once you switch them on, you just have to concentrate a bit to do that. They'll begin gathering the light around you, then direct it out in a concentrated beams." "You mean like a laser?" I asked. "Yes," Grandpa Smedley said. "These are very dangerous objects. I don't carry many offensive lenses, but I found these too useful to leave behind. However, let me warn you, if there really is a dark oculator in there, he'll be out of sense when you activate these. Only use the Firebringer's lenses in an emergency." "Don't get too worried. This isn't the sort of story in which emergencies occur. Yes, it is highly unlikely that you will ever see those Firebringer lenses activated, so don't get your hopes up." I accepted the Firebringer's lenses from my grandfather, and they immediately started glowing. "Cavorting cards," Grandpa Smedley yelped, dodging to the side, as lenses blasted a pair of intensely hot beams into the ground just in front of my feet. I hopped backward in shock, nearly dropping the lenses in surprise. Grandpa Smedley grabbed the lenses from behind, deactivating them. The scent of melted tar rose in the air, and I blinked, my vision marked by two bright after-images of light. "Well, well," Grandpa Smedley said, "I told you they were easy to use." He glanced up at the building. We should be too far away for that to have been sensed. Great, I thought, as my vision cleared. I could see Bastille rolling her eyes. And I'm going to leave off of there. Hold on. What page was that? Right? That was page 95, so I'll pick back up on page 96 tomorrow, the next episode. Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarians, chapter 6, page 96, on the next episode.